Welcome to another travel edition of Great Health, Abundant Happiness, and Outrageous Love.
Hello, Jeff.
Hello. We're here at the Ritz Aruba. I'm going to kind of walk us right out here before we get started because this is why you're here. This view. We're on the 7th floor, which is the club lounge level. Kiki will tell you all about this here in a minute. But look at this view. That's incredible, right? Water's 81 degrees. And the air is probably about 90. I don't know, maybe even hotter in the sun, but beautiful, right?
Absolutely stupendously perfect weather. We had 2 bouts of rain while we were here, both about 7 a.m. during our walk. That lasted maybe 3 minutes, and it was so refreshing.
And if you're watching this in the future, you don't see it or the date here, but we're at the beginning of May.
Right, so this is May 7th, and you know, interesting you brought that up, Jeffrey. We did this exact same room video along with the suite, which we also have, but we're not going to repeat it because really we did this in May of 2022, and we don't usually like to watch YouTube videos of hotels that are, you know, more than a couple of months old. But I can tell you that the video that we did in 2022 is going to be absolutely identical to this video in 2025 of the same month.
And you're talking about the executive suite. If you want to look at the suite, they can watch that one.
Right.
So let's
this
just
room as well. I believe we did both.
Okay, let's just roll right in. I'm going to focus right here because they gave us some great dog treats for Berkeley Moon.
Yeah. How cute. So they gave us a darling bed. I don't know if we can take it or not. We can't because we just travel really lightly, but it was so sweet. Some nice dog bowls and treats. And there is a pet fee of $250, and we are told there is a second pet fee now just implemented this year of an additional $250 for cleaning. They didn't have that the last time we were here. I'm not sure if that's going to stick because we were told that $250 pet fee was for the cleaning, the deep cleaning of the room. So I'm going to
just make sure you ask about. The great news is that they're pet friendly, which we love pet friendly. Most, I think all Ritz Carltons are, aren't they?
I've not been to a Ritz Carlton that's not pet friendly. Berkeley Moon, our new baby girl, is now a Ritz kid. They give out great little gifts for the kids at the Ritz Club.
You've got someone knocking on the door. Maybe you just check with it real quick.
Hi. We'll be about 5 minutes. We're just doing a video. Here's our lovely housekeeper.
Thank you. You've done a great job. It's been fantastic.
You can be in our video.
We'll be out of here in 5 minutes.
Thank you. So all of the staff is so incredibly kind and sweet, and I don't think any of them have asked me, are you having a great stay? So
let's talk about the club lounge. Let's go there because we are on the club level, and the club lounge is key. We had 6 suites. We had a lot of family members here.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, the club lounge is really good for getting together. So Star is the star of the show. She's running the club lounge. Fantastic.
Beautiful inside and out. She just has an aura and essence about her that makes you immediately feel really special and welcome. I can't say enough great things about her. And the staff in there. I would be remiss if I did not give a shout out to Agnes and Rose. They were here when we were here in 2022 and before that as well. And they're just amazing. They take such good care of you. Brian was also here when we were here in 2022. He's in one of our shorts that we did making us a cocktail. An absolute sweetheart. And new to us, I don't know how new they are, you know, since 2022 for sure, are Zion and John Carlos, and they were just so caring and took great care of us. And then of course, I guess I shouldn't say my favorite because I love them all, but Celia, we kept singing Cecilia, but her name is actually Celia.
Yeah.
She's just an absolute sweetheart. And there's one other gal, I don't remember her name, but she was teaching Jeffrey Spanish. But the club lounge is an extraordinary group of people that are above and beyond on the hospitality.
Yeah.
And they made me a vegan and gluten-free dish every single
Yeah,
lunch
great.
and dinner.
Gladys was the chef.
Gladys is the chef, another, oh my gosh, amazing human being. And you know, the wonderful thing with the club lounge is for us, there was 12 of us, it was a great meeting spot for breakfast and lunch, and then, you know, dessert is from 8 until 10.
Yeah.
So we would go up there and all catch up and have cocktails or coffee, whatever.
And most importantly is the to-go cocktails that they send you down the beach with. So I've always liked that. Yes, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's rip through this location. Obviously, this place is a fantastic location. You're on a gorgeous beach.
Yes, so the Ritz Carlton is the very last hotel, which I love because it's probably the quietest beach of all of them, which, you know, for us on vacation is fantastic. As you walk up a little bit, you know, you'll see a lot more activity, and if that's your jam, then there's nothing wrong with that either. Same gorgeous beach. And after this, we're actually leaving it and going to the St. Regis, which is on the other end. So we'll be doing a review there as well as a comparison.
Yeah, we're gonna do a comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the people, you've already said that. I'm gonna rush you along. So we've given them 5 pearls. Location 5 pearls. Cleanliness. I'm gonna just blow through the bathroom here and look at this real quick. I mean, it's.
Well, we've stayed in the room.
We've stayed here, so we always like to say that. Obviously, at the end of the day, but you know, this place, you know, it's a standard, nice big shower, toilet room, and tub, which is key.
Yes.
You've got your robes here, obviously fret robes, and your slippers.
Light robes because it is so warm here. Slippers, which I love that they give you slippers and robes. Fantastic closet. If we have a complaint about the room, it would be this. When you open this up.
When you open the closet, yeah, this is my
can't
thing.
get past
Kiki
it.
was usually in here 24/7 as I'm trying to get ready, and you don't have to come through like a foot and a half. It's a good thing I'm skinny. I'm very
Yes,
flacco.
thank goodness.
Okay.
After the club lounge, so I'm not really sure.
Well, as each day went by, it was getting tougher and tougher for me to
Yes.
pass. But with that being said, this room is fantastic outside of that,
It's a
right?
great room. I want to get back to my point that it's exactly the same as it was in 2022. So, you know, it could use a refresher. I'm going to go on a limb and say these sofas are new, though. I don't
think so.
remember them, and I love them. They're really
I
fresh
think
and
so.
coastal feeling.
I love the decor, the cactus prints in here. If you guys don't know, this is a very arid island. So you go out in the middle of this island, it's really all cactus. It's
Right, and Jeffrey,
like
this
desert.
lamp there's 2 of them, but there's a leaf in there.
I zoomed in on it. Yeah, it's
So
like a
beautiful.
sea fern of some
Beautiful.
sort.
But a couple of other people that have done a review, they said it's old and tired. I have to say, I don't feel it's tired. Yes,
No.
it's old, and it probably is going to need a renovation, but it doesn't feel like you're walking into, you know, something that's old. And
No, it's definitely it's Ritz.
It's Ritz quality.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. Okay, so then sleep ability and quietude. I mean, the AC has been working just perfect in here.
Fantastic.
The bed's very comfortable, very
Yes.
plush.
Very lovely. I will say, I love this. Everybody doesn't. This is and again, we slept in this bed. This is a super heavy comforter, which I love. I love the weight of it, and really beautiful sheets. 2 different pillows. One that I love, super squishy. So a pillow for everybody, which is so important to me. 2 different types, you know, there's not much more to say about the room. Watch
Right.
the video from 2022 if you want to see
Right.
the suite, and the suite looks identical to what it looked like in 2022. So in this particular case, really the year doesn't matter on the room video itself.
Yeah.
And some of the people are still here, so even there, and the beach hasn't changed. I'm gonna just mention one thing about the beach that has changed, because it wasn't like this in 2022, and we did have this situation at the Hyatt where we stayed many times. Another great hotel here I love. It's a lot more in the middle of the action though. This is definitely more luxurious. But the front row seats, I see people out there at 6:30, you know, getting the front row seats. We never bothered to go out there because we're still on the beach, and, you know, didn't matter what time we went out, and there were 11 of us. they always had chairs for all of us together, right,
Yeah,
Jeff?
Kiki's talking about down there. There's all this the seating, plenty of seating, but yeah, people do kind of come out early to get the front row, which is fine. But that water, you can walk all the way out there. It's waist deep.
Yeah.
We're spending most of the time in the water down there. But
Exactly.
yeah. So
I'm mentioning it because I know that we didn't like that at the Hyatt. We had to get up so early to get seats at all. Here, it doesn't matter what time you go, there's always seats available. But if you do want that front row, if that's important to you, it wasn't to us. We were fine with the third row. And again, we were in the water.
and they did have a cabana for Berkeley Moon. That was
And
they took it out of maintenance for her. If you come forward here, I'm gonna
They did.
show
And I
that.
think I just want to shout out to Dave. I don't know his last name. I think it's Coster, but you'll know him. He's got 4 dogs. He's so much fun. He reminds me of Jim Carrey in, what is A Pet Detective. I mean, literally, it could be Jim Carrey from Pet Detective. And he's a sweetheart
Okay,
of a person.
I'm gonna go in here because the light's really bad on you here. But we're going to coffee. I love this coffee machine. This is these are great, by the way. It's got a great La Creme on it, and the gals were great, giving me extra black coffee each day. So I love that. And you're spoiled up here with the club lounge anyway. That thing's open. What is the hours on that? Basically, first thing in the morning, 7 a.m.
Until 10. And
10 at
then they
night.
have breakfast, I think, until 11. Then they put out a lunch, and I'm talking about a full lunch. They put out a lunch from 12.
Yeah.
It's 12 to 2, and then they put out a dinner fare, and again, it's really a full dinner. You could eat dinner.
If you want, you really don't have to go out to a restaurant. I mean, obviously, when you're on vacation like this, you like to explore other places, which we did.
Yes.
But there's plenty of food, plenty of drinks. I mean, it's not inexpensive. The club lounge is up there, but at the end of the day, it's worth it because you're covered the whole time you're here.
Yeah, we loved it. It was great for our large group to all have a meeting spot. We also dined downstairs at Nana's one night, and I have to say, I absolutely loved it. If you go there, ask to sit in Ria's section. She's just an absolute sweetheart of a person. She was off when we went there, but she has been here for so many years. She used to be up in the club lounge, and she will make you feel like royalty. But we had an amazing server as well. I apologize, I don't remember his name, but he was a 10.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
great live music outside.
Yes.
This place is fantastic. So we're going to go to the St. Regis from here. We're going to do the same type of review there, and then we're going to do a versus video, just comparing the two, and we'll do a little more in-depth about Aruba, this great island, and all the stuff going on here. We absolutely love this place. We've been here quite a few times.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably be back again someday. There's a lot of places I want to see. I know I said this might be it, but we'll probably come back again someday.
It's such an easy place to be. It's very, very safe. We didn't get to the housekeeping. I didn't get to rate that. And I'm going to give housekeeping a 4.5. I am a stickler. I'm really particular, and they did an amazing job. But when we checked in, there was 1 or 2 little things, and so I have to be honest with everybody when I'm, reviewing. So I'm giving them a 4.5, which is still an amazing review.
So that probably, I'm just in math in my head, probably gives this whole place like a 4.9 pearls, right? 4.9 pearls.
I would come back to this resort in a heartbeat. I'm super excited to compare it to the St. Regis to see, which one we would come back to next time when we do come back.
And it's 2 o'clock. They're expecting us there now. We've got to roll.
They are. So real quick, because we talk about what we do love and we don't love. The only complaint I have about the resort as a whole is their billing system. So I do suggest to check your bills. And I don't believe there's any intentional or maliciousness. I think they just have a really weird, and we notice this every single time we come here, so this is nothing new. Their billing system is really awkward. So we actually we asked to prepay upon arrival for everything, so we knew exactly what we were paying. And then it was just incidentals we had to check out. But even still, we had some billing discrepancies, which they took care of. Shout out to Alejandra at the front desk, and there was another lady. I'm going to mispronounce it, but I think her name was Delia or something like
Well, we're going to take a deeper dive when we do the verses because
Yeah.
it's the same owner that owns the St. Regis as well. So it'll be interesting to see if it's the same system. But we'll take a deeper dive when we go through the two of them side by side.
Berkeley Moon gives it a big paws up, and we love this place. Wishing you great health, abundant happiness, and outrageous love from the absolutely exquisite Ritz Carlton in Aruba. Don't miss this beautiful place. Come and enjoy their hospitality. They're just so welcoming.
I'm going to take one more look out here at this window because, again, this is the view that you come for. It's fantastic. We're going to head over to the St. Regis and get in that salt water.